Straight ahead on 12 News, a reason to celebrate why a local school district plagued by funding issues is now making gains in enrollment. Then, Quiz Whiz. Meet a student set to appear on Teen Jeopardy. But first, light rail controversy. The Golden Valley City Council revisits an issue that's been difficult to agree on. 12 News starts right now. Golden Valley gives the Bottineau Light Rail Line a second look. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Johnson.
And I'm Alexandra Renslow. Last June, the Golden Valley City Council voted down the idea of having a proposed light rail line run through the eastern part of the city. Now it's back up for discussion. Renee Bonneau joins us with more.
Alex and Mike, in a work session Tuesday night, the council spoke with members of the Hennepin County Board, the Met Council, and Metro Transit for some clarification on what light rail in Golden Valley would mean and where the project stands today. Tuesday night, supporters of a plan to run the Bottineau line from Minneapolis to Brooklyn Park through Golden Valley stressed the importance of going forward with what's called the preliminary engineering phase of the project.
Understanding that there's information that you want, the only way we can get to it is to take this next step to get the study moving forward so that we understand exactly what the impacts are going to be. Tuesday's
work session attempted to clear up any misunderstandings that the Golden Valley City Council may have had about the project back in June. Yet council members still had concerns about the impact LRT would have on nearby neighborhoods.
I think it's great that we've had all of this discussion and that more things have been clarified and it's been as thorough as it has been. But I'm still not convinced that this is the right route to serve Golden Valley residents.
In a surprise move, Councilmember Joni Clausen offered to vote for the proposed route only if Hennepin County agrees to run 911 dispatch for Golden Valley, an issue the council has been pushing for several years.
This is a more complex issue than simply saying we're going to tie these two together and you don't get one unless we get what we want.
Mayor Shep Harris and Councilmember Mike Freiberg were not opposed to bringing up the dispatch issue. Paula Pentel was.
That sort of horse trading for favors is something that strikes me as not the way that we've done politics in Golden Valley.
I'm sorry, if it's never been done, well, times have changed and here we are.
After a more than hour-long discussion, the council decided to keep the light rail conversation going. They will set up a public hearing for residents and business owners to sound off on the issue, and afterwards, Mike and Alex, they'll hold a special meeting where they will once again vote on whether to support it.
All right, well, we'll keep an eye on it. Thank you very much. A St. Paul man with a criminal history is now charged in a violent home invasion in Brooklyn Park. Daryl Swope is charged with first-degree burglary. He and another suspect are accused of storming into a townhome with guns. It happened Monday night at a townhome in the 6000 block of 83rd Parkway. According to the criminal complaint, the victim says Swope repeatedly punched him before he offered up his wallet. Police eventually found Swope walking through nearby yards. They say the violent robbery was not a random crime. Teachers and administrators in the Brooklyn Center School District have reason to celebrate this year.
Brooklyn Center Schools saw one of the largest enrollment increases in the state. And as Delane Cleveland reports, district officials have a few ideas as to why.
Do I have a volunteer to read this paragraph?
Behind every good student is a good teacher.
CA, do you know what that is?
And these 29 kids in Amanda Keller's 4th grade class hang on to her every word.
Show 5. What does it mean?
Not bad for the first class after recess.
The kids are great. They have a lot of character and energy. So yeah, I just love being here. Nice job.
This is Keller's first year as a teacher in the Brooklyn Center School District, a job that's a direct result of an increase in enrollment.
So I feel very blessed to work here.
The Brooklyn Center School District saw a 4.3% growth in enrollment compared to last year, and according to the Minnesota Department of Education, that's one of the highest increases in the state.
2 to 1.
Earl Brown principal Jane Ellis has a few ideas as to why.
We're seeing more residents who are currently living within the city and buying homes. So not only are we seeing growth in places like Brookdale and throughout, it's having a spreading out effect in our neighborhoods. And we're seeing it in the schools.
Oh, show 5.
However, that's just one factor. Superintendent Keith Lester also gives big credit to a 3-year, $3 million grant from the McKnight Foundation aimed at helping students in preschool through 3rd grade develop better reading skills.
It's making people think, well, this is a program that goes through 3rd grade, and our kids can benefit from it. And we're getting a response from parents. They want classes on how to help their kids do better on the STEP assessment that's tied to the McKnight grant.
A positive trend in the name of academic achievement.
He would just.
And as long as the student growth and academic success continues, it will mean good news for teachers such as Miss Keller.
You know, it is kind of hard for teachers to get a job right now. I know there are a lot of budget cuts and things like that. So it is hard, but I feel thankful that I have a job right now.
In Brooklyn Center, Delane Cleveland, 12 News.
On the flip side, the nearby Anoka-Hennepin School District has seen enrollment decline by more than 5%, and that's one of the biggest drops in the metro area. School officials there attribute the drop to the declining birth rate.
Brooklyn Center's Shingle Creek Crossing development will soon get a fitness boost. The City Council Tuesday night approved building plans for a 38,000 square foot LA Fitness. It'll be built behind the existing Holiday gas station. Construction could begin this winter. Work is also taking place on 3 multi-tenant retail buildings near the new Walmart anchor store. There's been no announcement yet, though, of who is moving in. No more stumbling in the dark. That's what the Hennepin County Water Patrol says about a new tool to help with underwater searches. It's buying an underwater vehicle operated by remote control. Officials say it will help locate criminal evidence in murky or deep water and speed up recovery of drowning victims. It will also help improve safety for dive teams who often experience zero visibility. The underwater vehicle will be paid for through a grant from the Department of Homeland Security.
Golden Valley now has a plan in place to fill a soon-to-be vacant city council seat. Council member Mike Freiberg will resign his seat at the end of the year. Freiberg was elected to the state legislature. The city will accept applications for his city council seat until December 7th. The city council will then appoint a new council member in January, and there will be an election for that seat when other council members are up for re-election in the fall of 2013. Coming up, why Thursday can be called the Black Friday of giving.
Plus, a Providence Academy student who may not know everything, but may come pretty close. And then later in sports, Northwest Suburban Conference play begins for local girls hockey teams.
But first, it's a look at your AccuWeather forecast.
A Providence Academy teen will board a plane for Los Angeles this weekend for the chance of a lifetime.
This is the Jeopardy Teen Tournament.
A spot on Jeopardy's teen tournament isn't easy to come by, but 17-year-old Lila Anderson of Minnetonka beat out 10,000 others for a shot on the game show. The Providence Academy junior is taking her upcoming appearance in stride. No late night cramming here because she says, how could you possibly know everything there is to know?
My mom has been quizzing me like a little bit about state capitals and stuff like that. So just kind of some basic stuff, but I've been trying not to stress myself out too much by trying to over-prepare or learn everything.
Lila's Jeopardy appearance will air sometime in late January or early February. And she took an online test that in order to get to this stage. And she said she felt like the stars kind of aligned because a couple of the questions were exact things that had been talked about in her class.
And it could be a paycheck involved.
$75,000.
Oh, good for her.
Charities, you might want to get out your credit card. Thursday is the day that Minnesotans are urged to give to their favorite nonprofit.
Giving Thursday on Give to the Max Day means your donation could be doubled. 12 News reporter Shannon Slatton has more on how it works.
Okay, Faith, turn.
This black lab, named Faith, is in the final stages of training.
Good girl.
She can open up a cabinet, pick up a credit card, or even pick up the phone.
Good girl.
In a few weeks, Faith's devotion will make life easier for someone with a disability.
Can Do Canines is a nonprofit agency that trains assistance dogs for people with disabilities and provides them free of charge to the people who need them.
This New Hope nonprofit is growing, providing 40 trained service dogs every year for people across the state.
Faith, get the phone.
On Thursday, they hope to see donations grow too.
Over the years, it's really proven to be an important part of our income.
Last year, Can Do Canines raised around $15,000 on Give to the Max Day. This year, they hope to reach 25,000.
It's critical for us because it really has, there's a lot of enthusiasm that happens among people who participate. It's a day when all the people in Minnesota can kind of get together to support charities.
Give to the Max Day being one day, this one big event, it's an exciting day. It makes it really fun.
Dana Nelson of GiveMN.org helps make the day happen. She calls it a holiday for nonprofits.
It is the best day to give. It makes a huge, huge impact on organizations across our state.
Why give on that day? Because charities like Can Do Canines have companies lined up that will match donations. Also, GiveMN has giveaways throughout the day.
$10,000 added to their donation as well. So it's like winning the jackpot for your favorite cause.
To participate, donors must log on to GiveMN.org to find their charity of choice, and then give Nonprofits Hope to the max.
Those kinds of sources that help support us, that allow us to give the dogs away free to the people who need them.
In New Hope, Shannon Slatton, 12 News.
And new this year, you can donate to your local public school foundation or special group. For example, you can donate to the Osseo District's Cross Country Association or for new choir robes at Cooper High School. Coming up, Champlin Park students take to the stage for a good cause.
Yeah, but first in sports, it's a big day for college-bound athletes at local schools as they sign national letters of intent. John Jacobson shows us where everybody is headed up next.
Well, by now I think a lot of these kids knew where they've been going for some time, but when you put the ink on the paper, it makes it more real, doesn't it?
Official, yeah. And kind of a relief for some of them to kind of get the recruiting process over and focus on their last year of high school. It's a big day for local high school athletes and their families, coaches, and friends. It's also big for college programs. Today marked National Sign-In Day for basketball, volleyball, swimming, and more. At Maple Grove High School, a total of 6 athletes signed into 6 different sports: softball, lacrosse, diving, basketball, gymnastics, and volleyball. That includes standout diver Lexi Tenenbaum, who signed with the Gophers. At Osseo, girls basketball standouts Janae Morton and Phyllis Webb made it official. They'll be teammates in college, too, as they each signed with Eastern Michigan, a Division I program. At Wayzata, 5 Trojans were part of the ceremony. That includes volleyball players Lauren Haug, Lauren and Sarah Watney, and Natalie Wilson. Swimmer Emma Paulson will compete in the Big Ten with Wisconsin. At Hopkins, 3 girls basketball players signed letters of intent. Erin O'Toole, McCalla Shackelford, and Nia Coffey. The Royals are the 2-time defending state 4A basketball champions. And at Armstrong, swimmer Brooke Evanson put her college choice in writing. She will swim for Iowa State. Here's what some of the signees had to say.
I mean, I had a lot of schools that contacted me, but I made my decisions kind of early, so it wasn't too tough. I mean, I knew as soon as I went down there and as soon as I talked to them that I knew I'd probably end up going there.
Eastern Michigan just has a good family environment to me. I like that, and all the players that I met, they have a good commitment to what they do education-wise and on the court. So I just think that I'm gonna have a great time there and learn new experiences.
Yeah, well, I started on a recruiting website and I saw that they had an interest in me, so I decided with my family to go down for a weekend, and I spent the whole day there. Just fell in love with it, everything about it, the city, got to see Lake Michigan, got to see all around the campus.
I really liked the team. They were all really friendly and really welcoming when I went and visited there. And they're a group of girls that I could see myself always being with.
And here's a look at all of the local athletes signing Division I or Division II letters of intent today. Tuesday marked the opening night of league play for Northwest Suburban Conference girls hockey teams, including North Metro and Champlin Park. The season opener, too, for the Rebels. North Metro goalie Lauren Torberg is superb in the first period. This is one of 20 saves in the period for Torberg. The Rebels break a scoreless tie in the second period. Molly Rossback wrister goes off Torberg and in, and it's her first career goal. North Metro, though, ties it up here. Allison Underwood's shot is stopped, but Emily Ock knocks the rebound in, and it's 1-1. Champlin Park gets a buzzer beater. Courtney Potter throws it at the net, hits a skate and goes in just as the buzzer sounds to end the second. It counts, and it's 2-1. Early in the third period, Mari McNamara's pass finds Rossback, who zips the shot home. They make it 3-1. Champlin Park goes on to win it 4-1. Also in the Northwest Suburban, Armstrong Cooper hosting Blaine. Mari Verbatim makes the rush for AC, gets off the shot. Holly Enderle pokes the rebound in for an early 1-0 lead. But it's all Blaine from there. Second period, Katie Swanstrom takes the pass and scores a shorthanded goal to make it 2-1 Bengals. Third period, a bad clearing attempt by Armstrong Cooper, and Samantha Swanstrom buries the shot top corner, and this one makes it 3-1. The Bengals add a power play goal here by Elisa Wollens as Blaine goes on to win it 6-1. And that's a look at sports for today.
All right, thanks a lot, John. Forget the nerves and onstage jitters. Some Champlin Park students aren't afraid to put on a show.
The good reason they're taking to the stage when we come back.
Champlin Park's Got Talent, and dozens of students are putting it on stage today for a good cause.
Students have organized a talent show with the hope of raising money for a scholarship fund. Even at rehearsal this week, it's a rap performance that kids can get into.
The talent is unbelievable. The talent is amazing. Much of it raw, much of it unpolished.
I'm going down.
And all of it diverse. It's called Flowetry, which rhymes with poetry, all focused on the spoken word.
When I look in the mirror, I don't see my real self either.
This is the fourth year of an event that covers a wide range of acts.
Singers, rappers, dancers, poets, it's just a group of all races coming together and doing what they love to do.
And as this YouTube video shows from last year's performance, apparently people like to watch. Organizers say it helps understand who these kids are.
Listening has a lot to do with understanding where they are, where they come from, what's on their mind.
And sometimes it brings out hidden talent.
A lot of these guys, you never knew they did that. You have people who can sing that I never thought they even liked music like that.
Last year, students say they raised about $1,200 for scholarships, and they hope to do the same again today. That's it for now. Thanks so much for joining us, everybody.
Community Corner is coming up next.